sun was setting behind the distant mountain range, casting long golden shadows across the sea. The wind's embrace glided smoothly through the waves, its sails billowing as the ocean breeze whispered through the rigging. The ship had been sailing for days, cutting through vast stretches of open water where no maps existed. The crew spoke in hushed tones of the land that lay ahead, a land no man had seen for centuries. Beyond the horizon, where the sea met the sky, the new world beckoned. At first glance, it seemed like any other tropical island. The water was the color of polished turquoise, and the air smelled of salt and damp earth. But as the ship drew closer to the shore, a sense of unease crept over the deck. The horizon blurred with mist, as if the world itself was trying to hide what lay beyond. The jungle stood at the edge of the land, a wild tangle of trees and vines that stretched endlessly toward the sky. It was dark and thick with untamed foliage, the shadows beneath the canopy deep and impenetrable. Birds with strange, echoing calls flitted among the trees, and the occasional rustle in the underbrush hinted at something far larger lurking just out of sight. There was no sign of civilization here. No roads, no villages, no towns. It was as if time itself had forgotten this place. The land seemed ancient, timeless, and it was calling out to those brave enough to step into its embrace. The New World had not always been hidden. Long ago, it had been a land of power, an ancient civilization that harnessed magic beyond comprehension, a civilization that shaped the world with its knowledge and its will. But that was before the fall. The legends said that the gods themselves had cast down the first empire, burying its cities beneath the earth and its magic beneath the waters. Now only echoes remain, whispers of old gods, of terrible beasts, of lost secrets buried deep within the land. No one had dared to venture here in centuries. Until now. Even the wind had a strange, otherworldly quality. Soft, but laden with the scent of something ancient, something powerful. The air was thick with humidity, but there was an undertone of magic that tingled against the skin, as though every molecule was charged with an energy long forgotten. The ship slowed as it neared a sheltered cove, a strip of beach that barely seemed wide enough to land. The jungle pressed against the coastline as if guarding the entrance, daring anyone to step beyond the shore. The crew, as hardened as they were, could not ignore the chill that ran down their spines as the ship anchored. The first step onto the land would mark the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter that no one could have predicted. From the crow's nest, the lookout shouted down to the captain.
"Land ahead. The new world is before us, Captain."
The captain, a weathered old man with salt and pepper hair, clapped his hands together.
Prepare to dock, and pray that this land is kind to us. We've come far, and there's no turning back now.
As the crew scrambled to secure the ship, the wind shifted, carrying with it the faint sound of drums, distant, haunting, rhythmic. It was as if the land itself was alive, watching, waiting. The sound of the drums echoed across the water, fading just as quickly as it had appeared. No one spoke. The crew felt the weight of something more than just land beneath their feet. There was something ancient here, something older than they could comprehend. The jungle, the mountains, the distant sounds. All of it whispered secrets to those who were willing to listen. The ship anchored in the cove, its creaking timbers groaning under the pressure. The crew was uneasy, but they had their orders. They had come to explore, to map, and to uncover the riches hidden in this forgotten place. The captain had received letters, old texts, and mysterious scrolls from scholars long dead. Messages that spoke of lost treasures, of a magical sword that could reshape the world. And now it was time to find out if those legends were true. As the gangplank was lowered, the first mate hesitated.
Aren't we forgetting something, Captain?
He asked, his voice cracking with unease. The captain grunted, not looking back.
What's that, mate?
Aren't we supposed to have someone who knows this land? Someone who can guide us through the jungle?
The captain paused, then turned, his eyes narrowing.
We're the ones making history here. If the gods want us to find something, they'll show us the way.
The crew exchanged uneasy glances, but no one spoke further. The air was thick with the unknown. The first steps onto the shore felt heavy, like stepping into the unknown and leaving everything familiar behind. The sand was warm beneath their feet, but it held a strange energy, a vibration that hummed through the soles of their boots. The jungle loomed ahead, dark and impenetrable. But beyond it, beyond the trees and the mysteries they hid, lay their destination, the heart of the New World. A crackling sound broke the stillness, and the jungle seemed to respond. A branch snapped, the low growl of something large stirring in the underbrush. The ground shifted beneath them, a tremor that could have been the wind or something much more. The New World was not a land to be taken lightly. It was a place where the past and future collided, where ancient magic pulsed beneath every stone and tree. And now it has begun to call again.